Alright boys and girls, time for some highbrow Smash speculation. These videos are a lot of fun to watch, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I want to start by saying something about the trend of characters added so far, and what that tells us for the future. Everything is working to have this Smash live up to its ultimate name. That makes sense when looking at all the new original characters. They're characters that are heavily requested and have been for a while, or in Simon's case, though not as requested, he still was, and he represents one of the most groundbreaking, iconic, and recognized franchises of all time. Inkling was also not that requested, but she lies in the modern Nintendo rep characters category, which is a thing of its own. These don't necessarily go against the ultimate trend, because they're popular games that people played recently, so we might get one of those, but the ones I feel really define the ultimate trend are fan-requested picks and significant third-party additions. Let's start with fan-requested ones. Sakurai has filled a lot of requests already, so my mind goes to what's next? Like, what's the next name you hear and have heard for a while when it comes to Smash picks? For me, the answer is surprisingly Geno. I know I'll get hate for this, but because I never played Super Mario RPG, for me he just feels like an odd one-off character that I don't see why some people are so obsessed about. He's been talked about since Melee, and he's a lot more known than many others. His situation is really fascinating, even more so if he ends up finally being added, because I'm pretty sure most Smash fans are in the same situation I'm in. They only or mostly know about him because of him being in the Smash conversation for so long, not because they played Super Mario RPG. Though it seems to be regarded as one of the best RPG games of all time, I rarely see people talk about it, and it falls way short of Paper Mario in terms of how iconic it is. A forgotten hidden gem, I suppose. Even so, he was just a side character of it. How did he become so popular for Smash? Why him? Why not some other side character from another game, like a Goron or Zora from Zelda, or a side character from Paper Mario? I think it was just one of those things where it snowballed, getting bigger the bigger it got, till we got where we are now, where Sakurai openly acknowledged his demand and put him as a Mii costume, and if that continues to be a trend, then he may just get added. If Sakurai wants to go for fan-added characters, then he has a great tool at his side, the Smash 4 DLC ballot. There is a bit of controversy right now surrounding its validity, but I don't know the veracity of that, so I won't get into it. Based on the information Sakurai gave us, Bayo was number 1 among realizable characters. Now who knows what realizable meant? Maybe they were characters Sakurai didn't want to or couldn't figure out how to make at the time. Regardless, even if they were behind Bayonetta, there are many characters that are to choose from in the top 15 or top 20, and it could be he left those options for Smash 5, adding said options as Mii Fighter costumes to kind of hold the fans along. It happened with K. Rool, Chrom, and Inklings, and it might just happen with Geno. Sakurai has even been quoted saying he thinks Geno would be a good fit for Smash. I think he's pretty high up there in the possible pick selection. This being Smash Ultimate, Sakurai might want to finally fulfill this longtime fan wish. What makes me doubt it though is that the quote also said he's wanted him since Brawl, yet he didn't get in neither in Smash 4's release or as DLC. The question is, why? At first I thought it was because he knew not many people actually wanted him, then I realized, yeah, like that server fucking stopped him. Whatever the reason may be, it might hinder him again now. And since this is Smash Bros. Ultimate and he cares more about fan desires, he probably does know it's more of a vocal minority that really want Geno, and many Smash fans are quite indifferent towards him. Though I may be wrong, only he and his team have that information. Given what I've researched though, my guess is Sakurai probably just added him as a costume to please his hardcore fans, since he knew he wouldn't actually ever get included, unlike K. Rool or Chrom. You could say he would have been revealed as an assist trophy by now, but many characters haven't yet been, because I think Sakurai likes to keep people speculating. What Nintendo character could have been voted higher than Geno though? I've scoured through a lot of mock-up Reddit ballots, and my conclusion after averaging them out is, damn, Isaac is actually really wanted. It's surprising to me since I've never heard of Golden Sun until I heard about Isaac through Smash, similar to Geno. So I assumed that not many people played it, but I guess I was wrong. I myself was too distracted with the juggernaut that was Pokemon at the time, another turn-based RPG on the same console. Golden Sun had it kinda rough with that competition, and apparently Pokemon Crystal came out literally one day before, like damn. Regardless, a lot of people really seem to want him, which I'm actually not too upset about. I'm obviously selfish like everyone else and want characters I've played with and enjoyed, but everything I've heard about Isaac makes him sound really cool and perfect for Smash. He has like 4 different types of abilities that can control different aspects of nature. He has that hand thing, I don't know exactly how that works. Blend that well into his moveset and he'll be much more than just another swordsman. But for real, he's at the top 10 or 5 of most ballots, often only behind third-party characters or ones already added like K. Rool, Ridley, and Snake. our man Gino is really not that high overall. Isaac is consistently higher than him, as well as other common picks like Paper Mario, Bandana D, and Dixie Kong, with obviously some exceptions. There's also the picture Sakurai uploaded and complimented on his Twitter, showing the combat angle of the Golden Sun games. Some might say that's reaching, but if you look at Golden Sun gameplay, the images are very similar. A large majority of turn-based combat games do it side by side, and even say Pokemon, that also has you look from behind, shows two Pokemon with similar sprite sizes, while Golden Sun, just like this image, has a multitude of fantasy-style characters fighting a much larger monster. Also, the images show only 3 characters, not more, not less. Golden Sun always had 4 characters in combat, which in this case could be Isaac just outside the frame, as others have suggested. So Isaac is also pretty high up there in my prediction, higher than Gino. If we're talking about theories based on what Sakurai has said or shown, I have to talk about the Skull Kid one. For those who don't know, in the August Direct, the colors of the background match the colors of Skull Kid and his fairy friends. I feel it's actually solid, because when you try to disprove it, you can say 3 possible things. 1. It's referencing another character, but who the fuck does it match that well? 2, it's not referencing anything, it's just a random background, which would be in most cases the sensible way of thinking, but it's true what people have said. He could do the direct with a white background. Do you really think he just chooses a completely random room without putting any thought into what's behind him? The colors are so specific, they're not neutral colors, and they're not the same color. I sincerely doubt they chose those 2 colors randomly. There's also option 3, it is referencing Skull Kid, but literally just to troll cause Sakurai is that big of an asshole. Regardless, to back this theory up is also that the E3 Direct had a wooden aesthetic to it and a red and green barrel to reference Donkey Kong, meaning K. Rool. There's validity to this definitely, but I just don't think Skull Kid would be added over so many more wanted Nintendo reps, especially now for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Though Majora's design is very iconic, Skull Kid has only appeared in one game, and there are protagonists of new franchises with more fan backing behind them. And Sakurai loves new franchises. So it's a random background, even though I think it's unlikely. Or the couch is random and the chairs are actually Waluigi's purple and the yellow L on his hat. He meant it to kind of troll the Waluigi fans that were trolling him on Twitter, make them think he might be added just to further disappoint them. Wow, I just thought of a 4th option. He might be referencing Skull Kid, but not as a character. He is kinda trolling to throw people off the path for expected characters, but Skull Kid will be added as a boss in whatever this new mode is. Many do think it's some sort of adventure / boss rush mode, and I'd agree. So along with Dracula and Rathalos, Skull Kid will be a boss, but one that's smaller and more evasive to add variety. That's my guess. Let's see what happens. Okay, back to characters. Out of the remaining popular Nintendo reps, Paper Mario makes the most sense, closely followed by Bandana D. All the other characters have either been confirmed, deconfirmed, or just way less popular. Dixie Kong is kind of up there, but I don't think they'll add another DK rep unless she's an Echo Fighter. Paper Mario is the one I'm personally hoping for, but I also think it's the most likely. More popular in ballots than Bandana D, more known worldwide, and great potential for originality. The only edge Bandana D has is that he's from a less represented franchise going up against the most. But Mario is the biggest Nintendo franchise, arguably the biggest video game franchise of all time. I think it having that many characters only makes sense. It has 9 right now, but there are also 9 Pokemon, if you count the trainer's characters separately, which Sakurai did. Having 10 Mario characters isn't that outlandish, and Paper Mario is almost its own franchise with completely different gameplay and unique worlds. He's a character that's been requested for a long time like Gino, due to Paper Mario being a long-time franchise and very iconic. The N64 game and GameCube game were widespread. Many people all around the gaming spectrum know about him. He's also in a series that's still ongoing, unlike many other characters in these lists. His last game was in late 2016, so he's still fairly relevant. And if Nintendo's smart, they should be working or planning to work on a new Paper Mario game for the Switch, one that better resembles the old deep RPG ones. Alright, moving on from popular characters, will Sakurai add a modern Nintendo rep? I don't know. I thought Rex and Pyra as one character and Springman were shoo-ins, but time has made me more and more doubtful. People said a lot on Reddit that they were impossible because Ultimate started development in 2016. These games would have been released too late to have their characters included, but they were both announced January 2017, meaning people in Nintendo knew about it for a while before. Those are at least 2 years to develop 2 characters. Sakurai could have left slots open for later while working on many other things. Rex and Pyra make a lot of sense. They're the main characters from a new popular popular Nintendo game, from a franchise with only one character. Not much else to say. Springman made a lot of sense too, because it's a new Nintendo IP that's a fighting game. How do you not add it to Nintendo's biggest fighting crossover? But Simon Belmont made me doubt, because he was sold as, oh, he has the most range out of any character, but he's slow, which is basically what you'd do with Springman, but he would probably have even more range. I think it would be just weird to announce him now, so maybe they just left him for DLC. What's left is a Gen 7 Pokemon option, which is exempt from the release too late thing, but I just don't think so. They added 3 Pokemon already, the total is now 9. My guess is they'll skip Gen 7 as they did with many other gens and add a Gen 8 early for DLC. So Rex and Pyra, are they coming through? I think they're the most likely, but only one modern pick has been revealed yet, and Inkling was also in ballot results, so maybe that's actually why she's there. That is kind of unfair, because Rex would probably be high up in a ballot if it started today, but maybe Sakurai is just going hard with the ballot results and that's it. This is the one with the biggest question mark for me. Finally, third-party reps. Here, speculation is the least effective. All that matters is what Sakurai can pull off with Nintendo and other companies trying to do what's best for themselves. I would fucking love Master Chief, but that one's definitely in the lower echelon of possibilities. Here's what I do think though. I think one pick is missing. We kinda ran out of super amazing, mind-blowing Nintendo characters. I think we're gonna get 1, maybe 2 first-party ones, but we're also getting one crazy third-party pick that will be revealed like a month or less before the game comes out that will make everyone collectively orgasm and put the cherry on top of this ridiculously content-packed sundae. Who will it be though? Goku? No. There are a few that make a lot of sense. Banjo-Kazooie, Rayman, and Minecraft Steve. Firstly, Nintendo is on very good terms with both Microsoft and Ubisoft, and they're all fairly iconic. Different levels, but they are. Individually, Banjo-Kazooie I think is very likely, because he was high up there in the ballots, top 5 in most, even winning one of the biggest ones from r/Nintendo. So that would be a best of both worlds ultimate pick, because it would be third party of a very memorable, iconic, groundbreaking game, and a popular wanted character as well. Also, the head of the Xbox brand tweeted he was willing to let Banjo in, so the ball's in Nintendo's court. Of course, that was soon after the March reveal, and they would have been working on him then if he was already picked, which means Phil probably would have stayed quiet to not give anything away. I don't know, you can view that in many different angles. One problem I see with Banjo besides that is that I feel they made Duck Hunt what they would have made Banjo-Kazooie. That's at least the first thing I thought of when I saw Duck Hunt, but I suppose that's not the biggest deterrent. Even though the character designs are similar, Sakurai would just have to work hard so all the normals are different. The specials being different are a given. Rayman would be cool, but I feel he'd probably be the least exciting one. I'm sorry Rayman fans, it's hard to say really. He might be more exciting than Minecraft Steve because he's his own character, where Steve is more of a template like Villager and Inkling, but the size of the Minecraft brand is pretty unmatched. It would be a crossover with more meaning, again continuing to add huge franchises into the Smash mix. Minecraft is what is really breeding this connection between Nintendo and Xbox, because of the crossplay now available for it. It even spawned a Switch ad featuring a person using an Xbox controller to promote the crossplay aspect, saying better together. That's pretty unprecedented. Also, the moveset might be interesting enough to win Sakurai over. He does like to pick characters whom he can instantly see how to make original, which might be the case here, adding some sort of building mechanic. So given that I think it's going to be something quite mind-blowing, out of all of them I'm going to go with Sora from Kingdom Hearts. A fairly requested character too, and it's just going to be something completely unexpected. Nobody's going to see it coming, except me and everyone watching this video. But yeah, a character from a game that's coming out a month after on competing consoles, a character in a franchise mixed in with Disney copyright, like there's honestly no way this is happening, but both parties should realize the benefits. Sakurai could literally just retire after making by far the best video game crossover ever, yet Nintendo would be promoting a competing product, but they'll probably get a Switch port eventually, and Sora would net them a lot of sales. Meanwhile, Square and Disney could have their character be in the spotlight of a game that will undoubtedly sell a lot of fucking copies. Sora will be played and enjoyed by many who have maybe never played his game, just a month before the new one comes out, like right in the peak of Smash hype, giving people enough time to get endeared with characters. How many times have people after playing a character in Smash got motivated to play their original game? Like, I'm pretty sure Fire Emblem is popular in the West exclusively because of Smash. Also because it's a good series, but Smash is what motivated people to give it a shot. I really think there's one pick left that's just crazy, and more unexpected than we could ever imagine. Maybe it is Master Chief. Look, I don't know, we'll see. There's the question of how many characters are left as well. This is a gut feeling more than anything, but I think there are still 3 newcomers to come. Complete newcomers, not echoes. So finally, here we are to my official prediction. If Rex and Pyra ended up being put in, I think it's gonna be them, Isaac, he's actually my most guaranteed character right now, and a third-party character, which given all the circumstances, I'm actually gonna go for Minecraft Steve. Banjo is super up there, but that tweet actually makes me doubt it more than confirm it, at least for release. If the too late argument is accurate, then maybe instead of Rex we'll get Decidueye. That's the Pokemon that makes the most sense to me. There's also no final evolution grass type, like there are for the other 2, and I'm pretty sure he's the most popular of the 3 Gen 7 ones. If there is no new franchise besides Inklings, which is possible, then that slot will be replaced by Paper Mario. And Steve is up in the air too if Sakurai wants to go ham and add Goku or some shit. Now if I had a gun to my head, I had to choose 3, I'd go with Isaac, Paper Mario, and Steve. That's it. We finally got here. That is my prediction, and this has been my reasoning of why them over other characters. But I know those are like the predictable picks. I think Isaac is a shoo-in for real, but the other 2, who the fuck knows? Sakurai's anything but predictable. We'll see what he ends up doing. He'll probably add someone no one was expecting, like Tails from Sonic or some shit, or Reckless Wiimote Safety Man. So that's it. Let me know what you think about my reasoning and what your predictions are in the comments. I am out. Oh, also Shadow is an Echo Fighter. That's happening for sure. Peace!